Well, hello. I would like to share a little bit. This is Mark Schwanz, and this is a little talk through of an infographic that I just created. It's located on my blog, and I created it with Genially. So we're just going to scroll down here to the infographic STEAM Innovation Station. So what I'm trying to do here is describe the actual iLab environment that I'm setting up at two different schools, as we are setting up our iLabs in each school in our district. So here in the first part, I state, in the iLab, teachers and students will have resources to tinker, invent, code, produce, problem solve, create, craft, compose, and present and collaborate. I mean, I could have continued. There's a lot more that students will be encouraged to do in the STEAM factory, I call it. Here's a little link to another video that I did to describe it more from a teacher perspective. And here's a little factoid that I thought was interesting. I put in here that 70% in a recent survey of California school administrators think computer science is just as or more important than required core classes. One statistic I saw, I think it was on this PDF from code.org, there are currently 55,637 open computing jobs with an average salary of $115,000. Well, there's a lot more, but I'm just going to let that be a summary. And as far as why, if anybody's wondering why should we have an innovation lab, here's our little timeline. It was about 2019 that I was on the district leadership committee, and we decided, or our leadership decided, to invest in $50,000 per site, a innovation 21st century classroom learning space. And so we set out to do that. Each of us created a proposal for our schools. And then in 2019, we went through the process of ordering and receiving and unboxing all these different items. So I have, I think, a link here. Yeah, it's just a link to a little sample of some of the items in the iLab that I set up in Marshall Elementary. And then in the next part, I have timeline is the just a summary of developments. It's now interesting to note that our district joined the League of Innovative Schools in 2019. Then in January and February, we went to full remote learning due to the pandemic and one-to-one computing. But it's interesting, that was actually the timing that our district was planning on going to one-to-one computing, was that same timeline. The November this last year, each site, kindergarten through 8th grade, has a digital coach, thanks to the district innovating. And June of 2021, all our digital coaches will be assigned to school sites and to the iLabs. So that's really exciting. And then I put in here that we're launching those labs, and here's a sample map of a 21st century learning iLab space. Well, thanks for walking through this with me. I appreciate it.